Hello Aquarius, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aquarius, we are going to unmask you this week. We're going to see who you really are, the mask that you wear, or at least how people perceive you, why you hide your true self, or why this is hidden, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and possible outcome should you follow the advice. And it's going to be all wild unknown this week. So I'm going to do wild unknown tarot, and I'm going to start with a wild unknown oracle deck, Aquarius, and see who you really are. So I don't know if you can hear it, Aquarius, but I have the window open here in my office and it's raining outside. And it's really kind of funny because look at the card that you got for advice, right? It's this cleansing here, this cleansing energy, getting into the waters, getting back into the waters. And right, it's just so funny that while I'm doing your reading, it's raining. So it's almost like there is some sort of cleansing energy that would be really beneficial for you right now. I feel like it could be even something to do with releasing something that you've been holding within yourself for a while. But anyways, we'll get back to that spot in a bit. But I just thought that was kind of cool. The synchronicity of that you actually got that card as advice, and it is raining. So, all right, who you really are. Wow, that's an interesting topic for discussion here. You have literally like two kind of like apex predators here. You have cheetah and a leopard. And the cheetah is a really kind of intense energy. It's symbolized a bit by sun energy. It is about like self-actualization, is about taking action. But like when we kind of show up in the way that the outside world is seeing you, it's not really like looking like that. So I kind of feel like there's like a bit of you kind of like bottled up inside is sort of how I feel with this reading. The Star, the Eight of Cups, and the Magician. So there could be some sort of a dream here that you put on hold in your life, some sort of a wish fulfillment that you haven't actualized yet. And you are perhaps, I want to say, like stepping back into the energy of creating that. But there's an intensity. And the other thing that I'm picking up too with these cards is almost like, oh, do I go this way? Do I go that way? Which way do I go? Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like this is so much intensity, but it's going this way. And then there's a lot of intent and it's going that way. So I feel like you may even be currently pulled in a couple of different directions, or at least feeling like there's a part of me that really wants to go this way, but then there's a part of me that wants to create something in this direction. And because the Eight of Cups is coming in with the Star, it does make me feel like there's a part of you that feels like there's something here that you didn't quite fulfill. That maybe you had to walk away from it at some other point here in your life or in this timeline. But you could be just be getting an indication though, well, you really should focus on this over here with the Magician card, because that's where the energy is going. So yeah, like there's something about who you really are right now that does feel a little bit torn between two things. And one of these things could be something that had a lot of meaning to you, a lot of importance. Kind of at the time, it sort of felt like maybe a wish come true or a blessing, but going in a different direction, having to go in a different direction from it, but you're still kind of pulled towards it, even though I feel like there's something new that you're starting to create in your life. Now, the mask that you wear, or how people are more perceiving you, you have the oyster, and then you also have judgment. So that's kind of keen too, because these are both sort of like hatching out, coming out of a shell. The oyster can be a bit like shy and withdrawn, closed in, but there's this grit that produces this beautiful new, a new manifestation, you can really say, right? Like, it's something new that gets manifested within this oyster because of some sort of grit or difficulty or hardship. And rising above that and having some sort of a new beginning. Now, the King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles is here. So you could, you're having some sort of a new beginning. To me, it seems like you are, or at least people are perceiving it that way. And in this new beginning, though, you're a little bit closed off on it. It's almost like, well, there's more to this than I feel like we're getting from Aquarius. And right, the funny thing is too, the black egg is coming in terms of why you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships. So there is kind of an unknown aspect to you, or something that is not shared, or something that is held back. And it could even be you, like maybe something is happening in your life and it's starting to manifest into the 3D with your intention through the Magician, and you don't even know like how this is going to develop, or how this is going to come to kind of its fruition here. Like what will this be? So you're just maybe even holding back. There's a sense of you holding back to the outside world, but internally, like you're kind of on fire. So I kind of want to say that maybe it's difficult, maybe even managing that energy. I don't know. But you kind of, I want to say though, you look really emotionally stable. So whatever's going on inside Aquarius, you're handling it really, really well. Because too, like you seem like really emotionally stable. You know, you can come together with people if you need to work on a project. But there's something going on inside you that I feel like a lot of people wouldn't even pick up on. And I'm only seeing it through the cards, right? So why do you hide your true self? Which is interesting, right? You're basically hiding, I feel like, a lot of intensity. Almost like a spring really pushed down and coiled up and not fully releasing. Almost like trying to control the release of this spring, looking at the cheetah and the oyster. So you have the beaver. This is somebody who does good things at home, in the community, is a builder. And look at, you do have, like people perceive this in you. Like even the depths of the water. The beaver works in water. It is the water element that is coming up with it. And people do see that. And the oyster is also the water element. People see you as, I want to say, being really emotionally invested or having a lot of emotional depth in what it is that you build. But there's definitely something else going on for you that is like a driving force within you. Like a nuclear power plant inside you that people are not seeing. And so the beaver, doing good things. Empress, Father of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. Doing really good things here. People are, I would say, be picking up on that. And there might be associated with some kind of a new beginning for you. People are seeing that, but they're definitely not understanding the fullness of what's going on in you. And this Empress, the King of Swords, and the Seven of Cups, for why you hide your true self, I feel like there's some sort of an internal truth, even perhaps. Some sort of truth that, are you trying to cut through some sort of a fog or confusion in your own way here? Because like you're perceived with a lot of depth, but there's confusion here. You are more clear. I want to say you're more clear in your mind about certain things, where you can find abundance, where you get sort of, I guess, like where it's good to invest things, like to invest your energy. Wow, it's really raining now. You gotta hear that. That's quite loud. But because you have the Seven of Cups, you're unsure. So you're unsure, but I gotta say, you would be having a really good poker face right now, Aquarius. A really, really good poker face. Now, so here's the thing. I kind of feel like in terms of how this is affecting your relationships, because there's something going on inside of you that's really strong and powerful, but other people don't see it. And maybe because they don't see it and they don't know what it is, or they don't know that there's something going on that you're either not talking about, it has nothing to do with them. So whatever, like whatever the reason, right? But I can't help you, it's raining. The black egg with the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. There's disappointment here. There's disappointment. There's definitely, in the least, there's caution. Maybe even a little bit protected and defensive. I kind of feel like this is maybe how people feel towards you. Or it could be with the 6 of Cups. It could be how, like someone from your past, or someone that you have some sort of a strong connection with, some sort of history with here. And when I say, like, when we say someone from your past or history or strong connection, it doesn't mean that person isn't in your life now. Like, it's just like they've been in your life for a bit. And maybe this person typically knows how to read you, or at least they perceive this, that you've got a lot of depth and you can really work well in this depth. But I don't know, there is something about you that's hidden with the oyster, and there's also something about you that's hidden with the black egg. So there might be someone here that's kind of confused possibly about what's going on between you and them. Because yeah, it's just kind of like sad and guarded. So advice for you, which is, okay, it's the rain. Maybe just stand out in the rain and cleanse yourself. The frog, the history of the frog, if you think about it, it starts off as a tadpole and it's in the water. It's in the water. The oyster is in the water. There's some sort of emotional disappointment here. Maybe that's even yours. Because you've got the 7 of Cups for why you hide your true self. Maybe you're disappointed and protective here emotionally, and maybe towards someone. Because this is talking about how important it is for the frog to periodically get back into the water, right? Its skin starts to get dry and leathery. It needs to cleanse itself in those emotional depths. There is a sense of cleansing and purification here. I feel like you carry something and you need to stop carrying it with the 10 of Wands and the Tower. Some sort of a burden that's existing in your life right now. But the 2 of Pentacles with this butterfly. So the 2 of Pentacles is kind of just balancing the things that you have going on, being really practical about life. Like it doesn't seem like an earth-shattering energy, does it? And yet the Tower is something quite usually significant that's breaking down. So your advice is to cleanse yourself of some sort of burden. Maybe it's something that's like all trapped up inside you. Something that's all trapped up inside you. And the Father of Cups is even like emotions that are not clearly expressed. But I want to clarify this. I keep calling it this butterfly, but this 2 of Pentacles. Really, really understand this advice for you. But before I do that, the possible outcome if you follow the advice is really beautiful. So that's kind of why I also want to make sure we're really clear on what this advice is. You have the unicorn. So it is kind of like creating the possibilities of magic here. You have the Lovers. You have the Sun or the Knight of Swords. And then you have the Fool. So this is starting a new journey here. It's possibly even taking a leap of faith. It's not hesitating. It is also believing that magic can exist, because the unicorn is that question of magic. It is trusting what your mind's eye may also be telling you about something. Like you have this energy. Like to me, this is definitely a similar energy to the Son of Swords. But it's really bound up inside of you. It's somehow more internalized in your manifestation, where I feel like it needs to be externalized here somehow for you, and to create some sort of beautiful opportunity to sort of walk your divine path here. Some sort of choice that's meant for you to decide on and to take a leap of faith at. Ah. Oh, right. Okay. And so the underline in the tarot was the butterfly. So it is about new beginnings. Oh, sorry, that's not in the tarot. In the energy oracle deck is the butterfly, the energy oracle deck, the unknown oracle deck. So, and then we have the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Wands. That's interesting. So have you ever seen a snake? ever seen a snake? When they're kind of slithering and they're slithering through debris, and sometimes, and I think like even reptiles and amphibians, this can happen sometimes. Well, any animal really, and it's like a little stick or something kind of gets stuck between like the folds of the skin, or just the way the skin is moving. So if you try to imagine this snake going up this staircase, and it's a long, and it would be long and winding for this snake to get up that staircase. But it's almost as if there's a twig from that's stuck there. And it is in a sense of protection, because there is, with the Seven of Wands, kind of like disappointment and protection, guarded energy. We got the egg here. So it's something perhaps even quite deep and personal within you that you're protecting and guarding, and been doing that for a long time. But it's almost, this feels like with the Queen of Wands, like the King and Queen of Wands to me are the two that really they kind of have their own sovereignty. They can do what it is that they would like to do in the creative way that they would like to do it. But it's almost like something is still holding this energy back. And perhaps it's more about a long and winding road that got you to where you are than it is in terms of where you are that could be the reason for feeling defensive or protective. All right, I really, really want to understand your advice. Well, and so that you can understand it, because the outcome is really nice. So the frog, frick me, the Two of Pentacles. It's where it's to cleanse yourself perhaps in preparation of a rebirth. Because it is, the rebirth is kind of held back here with some sort of practical things. So there might be a few practical things that you need to do right now. You are holding yourself back for some sort of significant rebirth. But in this sort of practical energy, it is to make a point of cleansing yourself of any energies that you're picking up right now that are not yours, that could misdirect or change your own feelings or thoughts here. The Ten of Wands. It is something to do. You have the Star and the Lovers, right? What is up here? It is this. It feels like, what happened? Like this, almost like, to me, when we look at the way these are looking, doesn't it look like this, the cheetah is running into the past? But and it feels like, right, the Star and the Eight of Cups, like something that was put on a back burner, or something that was, removed from your life, or you removed yourself from it, and then looking forward into another manifestation. There's something here that you're still meant to manifest that kind of came to you at some point here, and you distanced yourself from it. This burden, the Tower. So the burden is, the world that is ending a cycle. Maybe you're recovering perhaps even from some sort of a Tower moment here. Either that, or it's just so significant that you're closing off this cycle, whatever it is. Carrying the burden of not achieving some sort of dream for yourself. So you're closing off that cycle of not achieving it, right? Because here it sits in the possible outcome for you. The Two of Pentacles. the Emperor, the Queen of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. I want to say this, whatever this Two of Pentacles, these kind of everyday responsibilities, there is a responsibility here. And you might be biding your time just with, honestly, it just could feel like very mundane things in life. But these things are really, really important in terms of paving a road or eliminating energies from the past so that you can have this proper beginning. And it is to keep something hidden. So you are to keep something hidden here, which I'm guessing has to do with the oyster and the black egg. Like, people know that there's something great going on for you, but it's not, it's only just kind of shining through the oyster shell. It's not really being seen. So unicorn is your possible outcome. The Four of Cups and the Moon. Wow. I wonder how much distance has been placed here between you and some sort of a dream or a wish or hope. But it's to believe that it is not lost. I mean, it may be that in itself is like having a lot of faith, really believing in the magic of the universe, believing in your own magic. Like, right, how you're manifesting, what you're creating, that you have created something that you were meant to have. Even if it feels somehow distant from you, the Lovers. The Two of Swords, the Mother of Cups, and the Chariot. It's to finally release this manifestation, this divine blessing. It could be some type of a partnership here. But definitely moving forward in this, in love. Going from a stalemate energy to movement and expression. And then you have the Sun of Swords. The Three of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Wow, this is hitting that energy of building something that has left you feeling very disappointed. So it's attacking that disappointment. Having the right tools, having the right cycle, having the right energy to somehow move forward towards something that has up to this point been disappointing for you. And then the Fool, making it fresh. The Hierophant, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. Wow. This is like some huge, this is almost like a big commitment here, creating some sort of very monumental thing in your life that's surrounded and supported by joy. Joy. And physical balance, I want to say there's like money, like it's Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. It just feels like financial balance and independence. Things are very, very clear moving forward in your life. I wanted to see the oyster. The Devil was at the bottom. I don't know why it made me look. The oyster, the Hermit. Jeez. Yeah, the two shells. Two shells. Two shells. Hidden in a shell here. Where'd you come from? I'm busy. I can't make it stop waiting. You gonna come up? Judgment. Judgment, Larry. The Three of Wands. Hello. Sometimes I wonder if he thinks rain is a strange thing. Like how much it rains here because he came from Egypt. Wait, no. It's not desert-like, is it? No. It's curious, right? Because it honestly looks like that the outside world perceives you as staying in a shell and anticipating a new beginning. What is this black egg? I need to shuffle, Larry. The Magician. Oh, it's the thing that's all bound up inside them, Larry, that they're trying to manifest. Well, it's almost like they kind of manifested it already, but I don't know, they had to move away from it or something. Judgment is at the bottom. A new beginning. Judgment. There you go, at the bottom. We're going to go do the extended. Well, I want to say I am, because I can't do it with you on the table, Larry. That's not going to work, you know. I know, pooper. So we're going to go do the extended, Aquarius. And in the extended, I'm going to use the same decks, except I'm going to use a new teeny tiny tarot deck for clarification. So we have a full deck of cards. And I'm going to ask, how can you release your full potential right now? So that would be, well, right now, I don't know if you're even meant to right now, but when the time is ready, when it's the right time, how can Aquarius release their full potential? There you go, Aqua babies. Thank you so much. Till next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.